Real quick, born and raised here, I love Wichita, but let's face it, no city's perfect. This isn't a roast, this is a reality check. So if you're tough enough, let's see if Wichita's really your next move. Number 1, spiking property taxes and home value. Sedgwick County's property values are up 9% this year on average. You're gonna find some higher, some lower, but that is the average. Higher cost, whether you're buying or you already own. The median home price right now is currently $245,000. We're still below the national average, but the tax growth is outpacing the price growth. Running those tax estimates by the zip code, it's going to vary depending on where you're at. Some areas, these newer areas, you're going to see higher taxes. You're going to see additional taxes, special taxes. If you've been following me for any stretch, that is more so for newer developments. If they're doing upgrades and fixes to other neighborhoods, this can apply. This is building out the sidewalks, paving the streets, street lights, sewer improvements, utilities, what have you. It's one of those things a lot of people don't really consider until it becomes a problem. I just had a couple months ago. This was one of those things because of their situation. Looking to retire in the next 5 years. So they are already thinking ahead in the long term on the fixed cost. And if it's spiking every year, how long is that going to be sustainable for them or for you for that matter? This is something you really want to keep in mind because this is one of those costs. It's going to keep going up more than likely. Something to consider before making that move. Number 2, extreme weather all year long. We're talking brutal summer heat and humidity to icy roads and below zero temps. Tornadoes are always a seasonal concern. 2025 brought major flooding after years of drought. This is something that's been ongoing. The total flip side, we've had years of droughts and we've had to restrict our water usage. We were in stage 2 of 3 stages and it's been the total opposite of that this year. A lot of rain and flooding. This is one of those things that you never know. It's always subject to change, but after all the droughts, after the serious concerns, the water restrictions, and pretty much being back where we realistically need to be, they're still talking about keeping the restrictions in there until the water supply 12-month average reaches 90% instead of 70. So this is one of those things you really got to consider when you're going out to a place. Can I handle the extremes, whether it's super hot and muggy or it's super cold? We've had those real feel temps up in the triple digits all the way down to -20, -30. So it's always food for thought. Tornadoes are always a concern. And with the drought, with such extremes, this is always going to be something that we have to keep in mind moving forward as well. 3, constant construction, road projects, infrastructure upgrades, and major developments like the biomedical campus. Hey, listen, growth is great, but be ready for detours, delays, excess noise, and traffic. Listen, we got to stay patient. These projects are building Wichita's future. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's great. We just got to be patient. We got to be mindful in our daily commutes. We've got alternate routes we can take as well if you don't feel like waiting. So that's a perk. But overall, this is a good thing, even if it can be a slight inconvenience. Like with the biomedical facility, that's going to put 3,000 students in that there, 200 faculty members, teachers. This is huge. This is huge. And it's an ongoing project, a multi-phase project. March 2027, classes are starting. So you're going to see that uptick and the construction's been ongoing. So this is a huge, huge boon to Wichita and the surrounding areas. And of course, we've always got the other infrastructure construction going on, construction on 135, some of the other improvements so we can safely and effectively get around the city. This one here is a little bit more of a nitpick, but it's something you really need to consider in your daily commute if you're coming here. If you're considering Wichita the next place you lay your head and you call home. These are all things that are going to affect your daily life. Something to think about. Hey, listen, your move doesn't have to be a mystery. Use my relocation hub. We've got all the tools there. The very suburb playlist, the relocation playlist, all of your downloadable goodies. There's no sign up required. Access to all of the nationwide links and CanDrive. You're able to figure out if Wichita or one of the surrounding areas is a fit for you. for yours. You can do your independent research there. If you're ready to take that client experience to the next level, sign up for my VIP client program. This is giving you discounts, car rentals, hotel rooms, and so much more. It's not just real estate related, and they're constantly adding new partners to the program, new perks, new discounts. But it doesn't stop there, gang. We're also giving you access to my local network of business professionals, plumbers, HVAC, electricians, and so much more. And still, even there, not all real estate, but this is how we're elevating your client experience. All of these resources, all in one convenient, easy place. So access the relocation hub, links down below. And if you're ready to take it to the next level, let's book that discovery call. Let's get you where you want to be. Let's not just move, let's move smart. Back to it. Or there is a visible homeless population. This is one of those things that I was hearing a lot for the longest time. Yeah, we got to touch on it. It's not unique to Wichita by any means. It's pretty common near busy intersections and downtown and areas like the Lord's Diner and over by Park Elementary. The city is working on this, and Park Elementary is actually being transformed into a homeless shelter. One-stop shop place for people who need that help, whether it's in the summertime, it's in the wintertime, it's all year round. And this is going to be a place that they can go to seek shelter, to seek help. I think the awareness goes a long ways, and know which areas are going to be a little more impacted than others. There are those areas around here, and it's just one of those things. It's not nearly as bad as some of these other areas. I've been to Denver, I've been to Dallas, I've been to Kansas City for that matter, and I mean, it's heartbreaking. It's one of those things that you don't want to see that, but it's just an ongoing thing. And I think with the city stepping up and creating these resources, these programs and places that people can go to who are having a hard time, who are needing a little bit of help, a little bit of humanity shown to them. Yeah, homeless people are here, but they're all around. This issue isn't unique to just Wichita alone. So hats off to Wichita for stepping up, for creating these places that our homeless people can go to and get the help they need. 5, and that's Wichita's housing supply issues. Got an article we'll pull up stating we're 20 to 50,000 homes behind demand. Prices and rents rising. Effective rent is up 1.8% against last year. Delayed construction during the shutdown still ripples today. This is something you definitely need to think about. They are building all around, and it's one of those things. Take time. When you're ready, be ready to act quickly and adjust your expectations. We're not telling you to settle. We're just telling you, hey, the inventory's behind. It's starting to creep up. If you are in that position where you're ready, you're truly ready, you find that house, you know the one, you need to act. Act quickly, adjust your expectations accordingly. We want to make sure you get what you need and you get taken care of. Don't settle. When the time comes, you gotta be ready to move. 6, that's crime rates above the national average. This is one of the number one things I'm constantly being asked. Hey, listen, Wichita does report the violent crimes being above that national average, being above the state average, property crimes being above that national average, being above the state average. Not every area is equal. Some are very safe, others require extra awareness. And that's why we don't want you digging your head in the sand, not doing the proper research. So when it comes to this, I'm going to give you the tools so you can make that informed decision yourself. Everybody's different. You can find it over in my relocation hub, LexisNexis Community Crime Map. Obviously, it's going to not give you all the details. We're not giving names and stuff like that, but it's going to give you that idea so you can do your research independently so you know whether or not it makes sense for you, because only you are going to know. Everybody's situation is different. Don't just follow what somebody on the internet's telling you. It's got to make sense for you at the end of the day. And if it doesn't, you've got all of the suburbs around as options as well. This is a nationwide tool. It's going to let you do your research so you know. Another thing to keep in mind, we are smack dab in the middle of the nation with these major highways going through. You know, let's not kid ourselves. We've got people coming through some of these other states on these major highways, probably transporting stuff they shouldn't be. Let's not be naive. Let's not be naive about these violent crimes, about theft, about property crime. So how we address that is we just stand right there in front of it. We have a conversation. I give you the tools and you decide whether or not it works for you. There's always options, but digging our head in the sand and avoiding it isn't one. We want you informed. We want you empowered. 7, and that's noise pollution. We're not the air capital of the world for no reason. McConnell Air Force Base, huge base. You're gonna get the jets taken off, the various planes taken off, all these other places. There's going to be that noise pollution. The airport. We've got certain areas in town where the railroad traffic noise is going to be very prevalent. And of course, you got your highway noise coming off of Kellogg and some of these other ways of getting around. This is one of those things. Me personally, I've lived near, say, like Cessna, just off of Pawnee, right before you get to Rock. And McConnell's not too far off. We would hear the planes taken off on the regular. To that other extreme, being a little more southern in town and hearing the railroad traffic pretty consistently. Yeah, is it annoying? Sure. But it's one of those things, after a while, you kind of learn to tune it out. But the question is, can you? And doing that research up front, if this is something you don't necessarily want to deal with, move away from it. I mean, you're probably not going to get away from the planes taken off. There are certain spots where it's not nearly as prevalent. It's all in your research. What can you handle at the end of the day? It's more of a minor annoyance. I think one of the things that for me was more annoying was the railroad traffic itself beyond the noise. Because there would be times where these they would stop and they're blocking traffic for an extended period of time. And there's other areas where that can be going on upwards of 20 to like 45 minutes. And that's not that extreme. This is going to be in some other areas, but you're going to have those times where, hey, yeah, if you're needing to get around, you're commuting and you've got that traffic, that is definitely something you need to consider for your commute, whether you're going to work, you're running to the store, trying to find something to do. It's all stuff that you really need to consider at the end of the day. Does this work for me? Does this work for my situation? It's all in the research. The more information you have, the more informed decision you can make, thus making you more empowered as well. Something to consider. Law has a lot to offer, but only if you're ready for the full picture. Let's build your relocation plan together, smarter, not harder. All of those resources, gang, down below in the description. Access my relocation hub. All of the playlist for Wichita, the suburbs, for relocation, the downloadable goodies, no signups, my newsletter, updating you on the stuff that we might not necessarily be mentioning in the videos. If you're needing the access to the nationwide links, to the local links, you want to see what it looks like driving around, the traffic cams, all that other stuff, it's all there. It's all accessible in one place, no signups. And if you want to take that client experience to the next level, my VIP client program, sign up, get you where you want to be. It's relocate smarter, not harder. If you've made it this far, you want to continue that learning journey, click this video here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit my little logo there. Until the next one, guys, we'll see you later.